So do you have a direct integration with any like Shopify or WooCommerce, or is it just through Zapier right now?
Right now, we have our open API. So even on high level, you can get in there or whatever. So we just rebuilt, I won't go too hard with this, but I'm pretty excited. We rebuilt our entire website from WooCommerce to HubSpot's website builder for our tracking purposes. And then we took, because HubSpot works so well with Shopify, our whole store is on Shopify now. So last month we finished the HubSpot integration. So now we go direct with HubSpot inside of our software. Shopify's next, then high level. Then we start getting into some of the industry CRMs. So yeah, Dustin, you see where we're going.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's great. I like that.
How do you see agencies that are using the software to get themselves clients? How do you see them using it effectively?
Yeah, so depending on the niche or the vertical you're in, everyone's done like, remember when you had more time than you had work, so you could do all the cool prospecting shit like the money guns and the stuff and the personalized Loom videos and whatever. The idea is with this, it allows you to now take more of the 1440, the minutes you have during the day, and segment. Like I've worked with just like buddies of mine that I go back with from my Billie Jean days, or just some guys that are still like super like hands-on with their agency. They got a couple VAs, but they're doing the sales, the day-to-day, the ops still. And like with guys like that, I always say like, dude, we could take an hour or an hour and a half a week. Like I still do these strategy calls for dope. I love the agency world. It's my background. It's where I come from. Like I get on with agency owners and we talk about like what vertical they are, what they want to get in front of. Let's see, you got an agency that works with chiropractors or e-com or something like that. We identify the list and let the agency owner get all the ideas out of their head. A lot of times, like the list gets fucking complicated. Who on the call has bought a list before to do like targeting for prospecting and that type of shit? Can we agree it's kind of easy to overcomplicate that shit? Like, how old are they? What color hair do they have? How long is their grass? What color Tesla do they drive? Like all that shit, right? We learned so much from the Ryan Dice days of like the avatar. Remember that? The TNC thing, the avatar that you'd fill out. It was all cool and we all reskinned it and shit. Everyone gets too in the weeds with that. When you think about it, I like to go to like chiropractors, med spas, that type of shit, like home service, like agency stuff. When you're looking to get clients for your agency, it's so cost effective to get a list of 50, 100, 250 your targeted people, because then it becomes so trackable. I thought it was Dustin or Robert was asking about like this, the connections or whether it was Shopify or high level or whatever. The idea is like when you send someone mail, you have the address of where you sent that mail, right? Like you sent it somewhere. Now in the CRM, wherever you're tracking your stuff, you just ask people for their addresses. So now you can track the conversion back every month of who you sent mail to and who ended up in your CRM. So Ed, when you're like, what's a good prospecting strategy or something? I don't know, guys, who likes cookies? You send someone a box of cookies and you're like, hey, send you a box of cookies. It's worth getting on a call with me. Do you like cookies? Like the little cutesy shit with the handwriting or any of that, just for basic prospecting. But now when you can go into setting like drips and campaigns up, I'll let you guys in on a little secret that we're launching in Q4 in like a week and a half. We're doing 52 weeks of dope. I got my highlighted lists of people like roofing companies that do over 10 million, HVAC companies over a certain revenue, agency owners that we got on a list. I'm sending you one postcard a week with a different QR code on it every week. I know what the fuck you scanned and I'm going to stalk you because I know what you're looking at. And so that strategy, and I'll go into something cool here in a minute with QR codes, but it's like any agency, we've all heard of like the top 10, your top 25 list, like that type of stuff, right? Just the people you want in your circle of influence, who you want to be around. Like Jesse Itzler was on my list. I met him at the thing, Mark, that we were at. Dude, I just went and fucking spent like hours with Jesse at that Hell on the Hill thing. Me and him did like 15 laps at that marathon 2 weeks ago. He invited me to speak at his next thing and this is like top 20. You can achieve your top 25 thing by getting a list of people that you want to get in front of, send them a postcard or a handwritten note every week for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks in a row. Robert, if I sent you a postcard with my face on it for 6 weeks in a row and then called you like, dude, will you just talk to me? You'd be like, yeah. So it's that logic, Ed, of where like being intelligently obnoxious with mail can get your foot in the door. And because we do it at no minimum order, like it's pretty cheap. You can invest $10 into a prospect and probably get them more aware of who you are and what you're doing by just sending them a piece of mail every week and then fucking calling, emailing, texting, whatever. But we now go back to that conversation with like the value of the touches. So that remembering, I'm seeing a retargeting Facebook ad. I saw something online. I saw this guy's webinar. I saw whatever. Now this motherfucker's in my mailbox. Maybe I should take it a little more seriously. Was where my head would go. Vertical aside, how to use mail for your agency to get clients.
Yeah.
Got it.
I want to mention one thing there. Anyone that sends me cookies, I will do a call with you.
Tell me
Look
there's
at
more
that.
where
We're
came
winning
from.
already. Someone sell Mark something.
I think also like with the direct mail, it separates people who are online, like business owners, or like you're an agency because I saw you on an ad, like I saw these other 50 people on an ad that are jokes. When you send something in the mail, it's like, okay, this must be a real business because I got something physical in the real world from them. I think psychologically, it sets you apart. And one of the things I try to do, like when I have a sales call or I do an audit for somebody, is I try to be on camera. The first thing I'm trying to do is become human to whoever I talk to. Because once you become human, at least you get the respect of a human. When you're just an ad or the guy that's in that skippable ad on YouTube, which I also run, it's easy to just blow people off, and you catch yourself not respecting them in that way, right? They're not human yet. But when you start seeing who they are and you talk to them or you've gotten something from them, I think a lot of times that makes that connection, right? It's a real world connection with them.